Today, I realized that absolutely everything is going to change in my life very, very soon. Right? I have been stuck here in this college, right, which I'm very thankful for, right? But at the same time, the environment, I'm not a big fan of it, and I just feel like I'm not home, right? I'm not in the place that I need to be, right? And being around these people and these different things, right, that college, contains, right? It's just not somewhere where I need to be, right? It's not aligned with my goals or what I'm trying to do in my life, right? And I am deciding to go fully online starting this summer, right, from now on, okay? And yes, I would rather drop out, okay? But I've been able to, go completely online, right? So tonight is the last night that I will ever be here in this room. The last night that I will ever be in this room, which I am so, so glad and thankful for, bro. You do not understand. Right? But I finally realized, just an hour ago, right, that now is the time that everything is changing. God is aligning everything in my life to this time right now. My bad. Absolutely everything, right? My trading, I've been trading for a year and a half now, and everything has just crashed the past week, right? Last week was a terrible week for me mentally, right? I blew all three of my XFAs. I had $150,000 in funding, and I blew every single one of them. Not due to impatience, not due to, emotional trading and all this other stuff. I wasn't revenge trading. I didn't over leverage any of that. I blew the accounts just through normal losses, right? But the main struggle that I've had is a model, right? And God finally really, really pushed the needle to the point where I was this close to quitting. I was mentally, I couldn't handle it anymore. And I just continued to just drown myself in negativity for those 2 days. And it absolutely killed me. Absolutely killed me. And being able to get myself out of that through being positive constantly, trying to just self-talk is so huge. Being positive and just being super positive myself, bro. Continue to tell myself, dude, you will make it. You'll make it out of this. And going through that stage, it had me questioning my life. It had me questioning my relationship with God. If any of it was true, like it was truly an experience I will never forget. Those 2 days, and it has taught me a lot about myself, a lot about my relationship with God. It has brought me closer to God, right? Which was His purpose, I believe, in doing that. And ultimately, it brought me to, I've never really been that close to ever deciding, like, I've been break even for the past 6 months, bro. No matter what I do, how many hours a day, how little hours I put in a day, it doesn't matter. No matter how many different mentors I buy, no matter how much help I get from them, it doesn't matter, right? I still can't figure out the model, right? And that when in doing that for 6 months, this was the true turning point, I believe. The true turning point. This is the model. I know this is the model I will stick to. Okay? But the thing is I had to go through this right now at this time and climb myself out of that hole with God to get to the place that I will be at very, very, very soon. This was what I needed to really flip that switch in me and say, it is all or nothing. It is literally all or nothing. As cliche as that sounds, it is all or nothing, bro. I'm either going to die unprofitable, right, and continuously trying every single day, or I'm going to make this work, right? And I know that second option, it is going to work. The second choice, it is going to work. I'm going to make this work. God is going to make this work for me. I have the work ethic. I've been showing up every single day for the past over 500 days, and I will not stop. I will not stop, bro. And just realizing today, everything just perfectly aligning, right? Last week, again, absolutely just having a terrible week. Worst trading week I've ever had in my entire life, right? Had me questioning my entire life, okay? Finally getting some help from my mentor, right? Kind of opening my mind to like, okay, this guy is actually willing to help me. He's actually willing to help me, right? He's guiding me through the process of things, trying to get me better back testing stats, which is what I really believe is holding me back. Because psychologically, I mean, I don't know what to do live. Well, I'm training well on live typically, but I'm deciding sometimes just take bad trades and it's just leading me down the wrong path. The trade that I blew my account on was A+, right? My mentor really said it was amazing. Like he would have taken it himself if he was on that day, okay? But luckily he wasn't. So he is continuously helping me each and every single week, understand more and more about the model, why I'm taking losses, and that is helping a lot, right? Investing $1,000 into him, right? That combined with me finally being free from being in this hell that I'm in, it feels like, each and every single day, as well as summer coming along, right? As well as my relationship with God being at a literal all-time high, and it's going to continue to go up, right? My spiritual, my faith is more than ever, right? I've dropped trading in the morning. I've dropped that 4:30 a.m. wake up with, straight to the charts after my routine, straight to the charts for an hour. Instead, I wake up at 5 a.m., not a big difference, 5 a.m., and I get straight to the Word. Straight to the Word. And it has helped mentally so much more than y'all could think, right? Combined also with me spending less time on the charts, right? Once you learn your model, once you have, your first 6 months to a year on the charts, and you really prove to yourself that you want this, and you devote your entire life to this, every single day, hours and hours and hours and hours. I have literal thousands of hours trading, thousands of hours in a year and a half. When I tell you I know life this stuff, I know lifed it, right? Past the point where I didn't need to, right? And it's gotten to a point where it ruined me, okay? But now I'm rebounding from that, and I'm putting my faith in God more than ever, and He will lead me to success. But those 6 months, that year of just non-stop is very crucial, okay? But now I've gotten to the point after a year and a half, learning pretty much everything I need to know, about just the foundations of the market, as well as like I understand draw and liquidity and how the market moves pretty well. I mean, you show up to the market every single day, the same exact market, NASDAQ, every single day. That repetition over and over, you see the same things. You expect the same things. Okay? And, being able to just step away, right? Being able to step away and spend less time on the charts. I have 4 to 5 hours a day max I can do work, and that includes Instagram stories, right? I post 10, 20 stories a day. Instagram stories, right? Instagram posts, right? Reels, YouTube videos. Right now, I'm not even supposed to be making this YouTube video, but this is something that I felt that I needed to talk about right now, right? I'm not going to post this right now because I'll have to go through and edit it. I'm going to leave that work for tomorrow since I'm already way past my work time for the day. I've already put my 4 hours. I already got all my tasks done for the day. But I know I needed to talk about this right now, right? When I'm feeling this the most, I need to talk about this right now because that is when I'm going to get the point across the most, right? So I began to just, it's really crazy. I began to spend less time working. I'm a workaholic, bro. 10-hour days I was so used to, right? On charts specifically, okay? That's not even including 20 plus shorts a day. That's not even including YouTube videos almost every single day. Y'all can go back and look at my YouTube videos. And that period where I was posting one video a day for like 3 or 4 months on end, I was putting in 8-10 hours a day of chart time every single day off of 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Okay. I've gotten to the point now where I need to take a step back, give my time more to God, give my time more to Him, and just believing in the process instead of at this point just forcing it, letting it ride out, saying, okay, God, you have the key to this, right? I am there mentally, right? I am psychologically already there. When I start hitting 10K a month, it's not gonna hit. It's not gonna hit. Maybe the first time it's gonna hit, right? Obviously. After maybe 1 or 2 more months after that, it's gonna feel like nothing. And even probably the first time, right? It's gonna be exciting, yeah. But it's not gonna be life-changing, because I can't tell you how many times I have visualized myself in that space, in that spot. I tell myself every single night, I have a 369 every single night. And I've been doing that for over a year. I used to do it breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now I only do it dinner time, finishing the last notebook I'm going to do. I have 2 whole notebooks of written down every single night. I write down, I am a multimillionaire. I am a multimillionaire. I am a multimillionaire every single night. Oh, you can't even see it at that point. Holy. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point, right? Every single night, bro. I used to do that. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm already there mentally. When I hit that point, and it is coming soon, 10K months consistently, it's not going to be a big surprise. It's not going to be a big surprise at all, because I'm already there mentally. I know I'm going to be there. I know I'm going to be there. I know I'm already the man that is able, to reach those levels, right? Mentally, right? Maybe not, with the charts and stuff like that, but mentally, my everything else is aligned in my trading besides my model, right? And that's what God's really been challenging me with, right? One of my boys, Iman, he has a YouTube channel as well. Go check it out. He brought up a good point, and I've always knew this, right? I always thought the same thing. Is I've never really had a terrible problem with psychology. Yeah, I had FOMO, last month, and that really brought me my funded account down a lot. That's why I blew these 3 funded accounts. It's because I had FOMO for 1 week, and absolutely cooked me. All 3 trades were losses, and I was very close to blowing the account after almost getting a 4K payout, right? It just happens, okay? It happens. And it was my first funded account anyway, my first XFA, so, the majority of people that actually even get funded, which is very low already, if you can do that, right, majority of them even fail their first XFA. They blow it, right? So now the second one, right, it's game on, right? It's game on. Once I lock the strategy in and I get those good backtesting stats, somewhat profitable, it's game over, bro. It's game over. But I've realized that I've never really had an issue with my psychology, because, again, I immediately fixed that FOMO. Literally, like a week after, I fixed it immediately. I have not had, knock on wood, I have not had FOMO for over a month now. And I was able to bounce out of that pretty quick. And my risk management is aligned, right? I've always stuck to the same risk management. I've never revenge traded, not once. I've never full ported. I didn't full port, but actually I did. I did full port. Surprise to y'all, never said anything like this, because I've never done anything like this. But I was literally I was $150 or $200. I was $150 or $200 away from blowing the accounts on Friday after taking that loss, that A+ setup, right? I took that loss, and I was $200 away on each of my funded accounts, and I was such at a just all-time low that I just knew I needed to reset. I don't care if they're 350Ks. I don't care if I could rebound like I did last time. I got the account up to like $500 each of them. But again, it's just bouncing around that break-even range, bouncing against that break-even range. And I hit that. I was still high risking, trying to get those 2 good wins, get it up to 1K-ish, and then take those small wins, get the payout. Actually, I was aiming to like 1.5K, because I was already at the 5 winning days already, because I've been on those accounts for a minute now. But yeah, I was $200 away, so I just full ported the last trade. I was like, bro, I don't care. I want to blow these accounts. I was up $1,000. I was up $1,000. I could have gotten a $500 payout on each account. But guess what? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Why didn't I do it? Because I didn't really deserve it. Unless we were going to dump down, I was holding to like 5K, right? That would set me up for a while when it comes to everything, where I don't have to work this summer or anything. Right? Obviously, I'm going to take that if I need to. But 1K, right? That'll be 1.5K, right there. Obviously, yeah. I could have taken it. I could have gotten out, and I already have my 5 winning days, and I could have taken out and, all that. But I don't want that to be my first payout. I want my first payout to be legit. I want it to be earned. Right? And that was like one of the first times I've ever full ported a trade. I think the other time I full ported a trade was like long ago, and it was on my first account, first eval that I ever bought, and I failed that. And I was like literally $100 away from blowing it one day, and I full ported it. And I was literally, no, I was on my eval. Yeah, I was on my eval trying to pass it. My first one, and I ended up just full porting it. I went way past like the threshold. I was up like $10,000 on the day, and it ended up cooking me. So I ended up just canceling the account. I made a video on this a long time ago showing proof and everything, I believe. And I just canceled the account. But that's all besides the point, right? I blew the accounts, and those are like that's the only time I've ever full ported, right? I'm going everywhere with this video. My bad, boys. Hold in. But the main point is that my main struggle is not risk management. It's not psychology. It's a strategy. And that's the easiest thing for a lot of people. And I'm very blessed to not have that, that problem, which is like super psychological issues, right? Revenge trading and blowing accounts on repeat. A lot of people go through that for years. And that's why a lot of people quit, is because their emotions, they can't handle it. But my emotional intelligence is very, very high, right? Not to, have an egotistical approach, but I just know my worth as a person, right? I know what I've went through the past year and a half is, what many people would never make themselves go through. Okay? And, I've just... It's really just this one thing, okay? So that's just what I've realized is it's just the model. It's just the model, bro. I've solved the two biggest problems in trading, which is psychology and risk management, which is what a lot of people can't do. They can't handle that. My main issue is a trading strategy, right? And I can learn that from a mentor. And that's why I've invested $1,500 into 2 different mentors. The first one didn't really help that much, but the second one, trading the same exact model, he's one of his students. He's actually given me one-on-one help. And starting, week and a half ago, he's helped me out a decent amount so far. Like, one-on-one calls they're valuable, bro. Like, he actually gives real good insight on these, on the trades that I take, back testing and all that stuff. And he responds to messages quickly. Like, dude, I've just realized that just everything is changing when it comes to my spiritual relationship with God. When I started putting Him first this past month, right? When I started spending less time on the charts and just being okay with just chilling out for a little bit, right, during my day once I finish pretty much everything, right? As well as investing in this mentor again. I just full sent it, bro. This guy's not super well known, but I sent it, right? Sent that investment, $1,000. I don't have that much money, bro. I'm running very, very low on the stash that I have, that I've saved up throughout my entire life and all my birthdays and all that. I'm running low, bro. And I just took that chance. Okay? As well as, me just hitting just an all-time low. And me finally getting out of this stupid place, man. Those 5 things, bro. Those 5 things have helped me understand that everything is coming together. Everything it doesn't seem like it right now, on the outside, face value, but it's all coming together. It's all coming together finally. And I can't tell you how I felt last week. I can't ever express the true feeling of, what it's like. Y'all are going to have to experience that yourselves, and you will. But I understand why trading is at such a high standard. Why so many people can't be profitable trading. Why so many people don't make it. 99% of people don't make it. I understand why. I really do. I really understand why. Because last week I truly learned who I was, and truly learned what my purpose here on earth is. Why would I go work at a job for the rest of my life if I have made it through this much BS in trading in a year and a half? Constantly push myself to the point where I want to cry. Where there's so many days where I just feel like I'm being like, I can't explain it, bro. Like, you take that trade that blew the account. It wasn't even that detrimental when I blew the accounts. It was just after the fact and just thinking too much, having so much on my mind, 1,000 thoughts a minute, a second. And just constantly feeding negativity all the time, throughout the entire day. I just quickly realized that I'm not meant for a normal life, bro. Like, if I can withstand this and be able to push through this darkness that I'm in, this dark tunnel that I'm in, so blind I can't see anything, and constantly being beat down literally every single day, and slaughtered, bro, literally slaughtered, to the point where I can't explain it, bro. My soul, like your heart, it like aches, like it aches, bro. I can't explain it. It literally aches. And you literally feel like you don't want to be, like you would rather be up in heaven, like literally, like you would rather die right now. And obviously, like, I would rather be in heaven than live in this, in this world right now. But I'm talking about, like, whenever God says it's time, right? I'm saying in the sense of, like, I would literally rather go to sleep forever right now than be trading or wake up tomorrow and trade again. Like, it gets to that point. And it's sad to say that, but that is what divides normal people and the exceptional. Okay? High risk, high reward. Okay? This is not a game, bro. Trading is not a game, bro. I expected it to be a game. If you're going into trading right now, bro, expect a ride. Because it is going to push you more than any other business, any other online dropshipping. They say you get no skills from trading. Dropshipping, you actually get life skills. No. Trading, you will get the most skills. You'll get the most wisdom out of any other business. It will make you question your entire existence and your entire purpose here on this earth. And you'll go through so much stuff just to get consistency in trading. That's it. Just so you can read candlesticks on a chart. It's stupid. But it's what I'm passionate about. It's what I've dedicated my, majority of my life to the past year and a half. Right, but now is the time where things begin to change. I've been saying this for a long time, but I truly believe this is the moment right now. God is continuously showing me signs that I am doing what I need to be doing. He's constantly pushing me, in these times where I'm so unfathomably low. And he pushes me past that point, saying, you can do it. You can't turn back now. You're too deep in this. You've committed yourself. You've changed lives, bro. You've literally saved lives. As crazy as that sounds, you have literally saved lives. And I've never had I've never told much about that, but I have literally saved lives. The only option here is just to keep on going. That's the only option for y'all, bro. Y'all are this deep already, bro. y'all are maybe like 1 month in. Yeah, okay, turn back. You can easily turn back if you want to. I'm not telling you to, but you know, if you're 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, there's no turning back. You've wasted too much time. You've invested too much time. Not wasted. You've invested too much time. There is no turning back. Eventually, every single day, day in and day out, repeating the same things over and over again, trying to learn, trying to improve, trying to climb up that hill, trying to push that boulder up the hill. Eventually, things will work out. And right now is the turning point. Right now is the time where everyone quits, but I'm not. Right now is the time where every single trader that has even made it this far, a year and a half in, trading every single day, quits. They're done. They can't take this. This is the point that changes everything. So hopefully y'all got something from today's video. Just a little rant, bro. I needed to come on here and talk a little bit. Again, I'm obviously posting this tomorrow. I need to edit it and everything. So I'll leave that work for tomorrow since I've already done everything today. But appreciate y'all for listening. I mean, especially if y'all watched the entire video. It's 26 minutes long. Hopefully I inspired y'all to just keep on moving, bro. Like, y'all are in the same position as me, a lot of y'all. And we're on this together, bro. Like, the entirety, like the whole reason of me documenting everything on this YouTube channel, number one, is obviously documentation, right? But, you know, mainly is to inspire and change people's lives. This is why God has given me this platform. This is why God has put me in a third world country, to be able to access this platform and consistently post. Okay? So, I hope that I was able to change one of y'all's lives today, bro, and just help you just continue to just push through all this crap that you're going through, all this pain, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I literally feel you. Keep on going, bro. And always remember, there are people out there that are in worse situations than you. My bad. So other than that, if y'all want to join the Discord, it's a fire community, bro. All of us day trade. We're always in there. And we're doing a few live calls this week as well, live trading. So if y'all want to join that, that'll be down left in the description. Again, completely free. As well as if you are trying to learn how to day trade, or you are just, you know, trying to get into ICT specifically, I have a free WAP course down in the description. You know, completely free again. Breaks down everything that you need to know when it comes to ICT. All just the simple things that you need to know to become profitable with just basic, you know, basic concepts. That's it. And you know, after that point, it's just you know, experience. Okay. So other than that, I again appreciate all of y'all for being here, and wish me luck moving out tomorrow. This is a historical moment for me. This is going to be remembered forever, bro. I'm literally gonna film this on my phone. I'm gonna make a TikTok one day saying, you know, all this is worth it, bro. All this is worth it. This is the last day I'll ever be here, and I will be, you know, living wherever I want to in the next year or two, right? So, another yap, but appreciate y'all boys for being here, and yeah, see y'all soon. Peace out.